Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. I want you to consider something. What if you got what you prayed for, but you didn't know this, you got what you prayed for? Most people think prayer is you go into a closet, or into a wardrobe, or you go to some church building, you utter some words begging for an outcome, and then God will either provide to you or you will not do it. That is what most people think prayer is. No, prayer is an attitude. It's an active attitude of being supernaturally active. And because you are supernaturally active, things work out. Okay, let me rephrase that. It's not out of your own strength that you're supernaturally active. No, you are in agreement with Christ. So now, because you are in agreement with Christ, you have the power of the Holy Spirit, and now you operate in that power. Because you're operating in the power of the Holy Spirit, things are working out on your behalf. So you do operate in power. And that power is far more effective than any witchcraft there is in the world. But I want you to consider the following. It can be that you got what you prayed for. You got what you decreed. But you don't notice it. Why aren't you noticing it? Because you did not expect it to unfold with so much resistance. Imagine if someone does not know any martial arts. He or she doesn't even know how to punch someone. Such an individual, when they're walking out there, they will avoid certain places. At a supermarket or at the mall, they will avoid certain people. Because they know if those people will look for a fight, there's trouble. So because they were weak, because they didn't have any options, they behaved. But now, let's say that now they have learned some martial art. They've learned how to knock someone unconscious very quickly. What's going to happen now? They're not going to avoid certain places anymore. Now they're boldly walking around, even at night. Because they know if someone tries to look for a fight, they can knock them out. And they do it. But their boldness is now causing them to have more difficulties. Why? Because previously everyone just got along. Certain people just had their reasons why they couldn't stand you, and you just remove yourself from them so that they were not annoyed by you. You give in to that will of theirs. Now that you know karate or I don't know which martial art it is, now you confront them. So now there's more tension, so now things can escalate more. Now this is a parable over here. But understand the following. When you walk by faith, really walk by faith, you will not avoid certain things anymore. Before, you used to just, I'm saying it, cope with the wills of others, with the wills of the world. Now, the world has to deal with your will. And if the world doesn't deal with it correctly, they have consequences. So you're operating in freedom now. You are operating in absolute freedom. Freedom that is real freedom, because there's no darkness in it. But now, the people around you will realize they have no choice. It's either they relate to you in a positive manner, or they have consequences, privately and publicly. And once they realize this, they can't cope with it, and many will either turn on you publicly or they will disappear from you. So it can be that you cast out the spirit of fear and the spirit of violence. You also cast out the spirit of poverty. Now, because you have been freed from the hold of these entities, now you're bolder, now you're more you, now you're developing. But at the same time, you have a lot of people becoming frightened of you. At the same time, you have a lot of difficulties here and there. And you think, what did I do wrong? Look, you got what you prayed for. But you didn't consider the consequences. And with consequence, I mean the reactions of others, how others will choose to relate to you. Because when people do not consider it worth it to relate in a positive manner to you and to give you space, they will resist you. And once they realize that their resistance costing them, man, They'll become bitter and sour towards you. And they will avoid you like the plague because anytime they see you ignore you, another consequence. What has happened now? You got what you wanted. But you didn't notice it because you were overwhelmed by all the resistance. But the resistance is only there because you got what you wanted. Look, I'm telling you, your prayers are answered. They're just not answered the way you expected them to be answered. I'm keeping my voice low because it's night here. Anyway, just think about what I've said in this message. Agree with Christ and be at peace.